Hello there, welcome to a Tyke in the Philippines. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share and ding dong. Not a lot happening on site today. It's cloudy, it's been drizzly rain most of the day, but not enough to stop work, so it's a good day. Yesterday I had the watermen here and I was saying how good it is to work with competent people who know what they're doing. And then when I concluded that video, I meant to mention the construction workers I've got on site, the same three fellas we've had for a good while now, and I forgot. But they certainly deserve a mention. So that's what I'm going to do today, talk about the construction workers, because there's not a lot else happening apart from bloody ants crawling up my legs and biting. These three fellas, we started off on the fence on that side, and some of you've maybe seen a couple of videos where I wasn't very happy, and I think there was a bit of testing going on, what they could get away with a foreign man they've just met, and I still think that, but I think the biggest problem was a Western man not knowing how Filipinos work. Now, we started on that fence and we had that disagreement, and I'll just kill this bloody ant on my foot. And then everything changed. They got into a rhythm on that fence, and they took no managing whatsoever. And they worked, and they worked well all day. And we got down to the bottom corner, and the fellow who's the leading man, if you like, he's very knowledgeable. And he immediately says what we have to do for the cesspit for the piggery. And I just let him go, because he knows far more than what I do. And then we turned the corner and we did the bottom fence. And there was one day, they're supposed to finish here at 5 o'clock. It was turned 5:30 when they finished, because they wouldn't stop until they finished what they wanted to do. And these fellas are not only skilled and hard working, they're intelligent fellas, obviously, as well. But if you just leave them alone and accept that they work differently here, you get one fella sat down and two are working, and then you get two fellas sat down and one's working, and then all three are working. But you can't work here in 30 degrees all day, shoveling and digging. These fellas can dig a hole 5 foot deep by a metre square in about an hour and a half. But they have to have a break. Once they've done that, they'll go and sit down and have a smoke. So I learnt that you had to judge what they'd done at the end of the day, not how they were doing it. And these fellas just get the job done quietly. And at the end of the day, you've got something to show for what you've paid them. Now, I'm not impressed with them in all aspects. I mean, when I say skilled workers, you know, they might not lay tiles to the standard expected in the West. They lay tiles to the standard expected in the Philippines. And probably that applies to a lot of other jobs as well. But these three fellas, now the main fella, he's sort of the gang the ganger, if you will. If I wanted 10 men on site, he would get me another 7. And he's worked with these fellas for years. But they're that good. I'm not impressed with them. If there's anybody, I'm aware there's a lot of Filipinos watch this channel, but if there's any Westerners or indeed Filipinos who want good workmen in Compostela area, send me a comment and I'll put you in touch with these people, because they deserve to get ongoing work. That's how good they are. The best deserve to get the most. So I wanted to mention them. I've mentioned them quite a bit now. I hope there's not somebody comes along next week and robs them off me. So that's about it for this video. I'll conclude it by showing you what they've done today. They're putting the panels up. Well, they put the panels up now and they'll be pouring concrete into them panels. Except for the chap here sorting them bags out. He's got a little side business going. 2 pesos a bag for empty cement bags. So this is the second fella today buying 50. So he made 200 pesos today for cigarettes. But that's the thing, the way Western people think as well. And I don't necessarily think like this. But they think that local Filipino workers given half of the chance, I'll steal off them. Now some will, in any nationality. But my findings here, on this plot in this part of the world I'm in, they won't even take, down there if you can see in front of the van, them tall grass things, leaves, there's leaves on them, the little bushes. Now they put them in soup, and they're on the roadside. They're on my property, but only by 18 inch. They won't even take them without permission. Bloody leaves off a tree. So all these YouTube videos about people being dishonest and that, you have to be aware, don't get me wrong, but my findings are that these people are ridiculously honest. If I wanted some sodding leaves off that bush, I'd take some. But it's ridiculous they won't. There's not a thing off this site, not one thing gone missing. So all these horror stories on YouTube, decide for yourself. But that's my experience and my opinion. So I'll conclude this video in an hour or 2 hours time. So that's all for now. Right, just to conclude today's video, we'll have a look at what the concrete men have been doing. Now, for the first time we've seen how elaborate the setup is at the back of the panels to stop it bowing. They're wired in, the boards are wired in onto the spaces. And there's quite a bit of scaffolding up. They obviously need it. And we'll look at the other side. Now, they wanted these done today because tomorrow there's a load of gravel coming and they need that stripped off so they can put the gravel here. And they started digging the next gate post. And the other fellow started the ironwork for it. So there was a fair bit of concrete went into them 2 panels, because they had to finish off the footings as well. So there's 5 bags of cement gone into there. They are 10-foot panels, I think, as opposed to 8 feet. And with a little gap at the top end, but the video by continues when we get sorted out with this fence line, or when the electricity people come to move that pole. There's electricity wires through these trees, so we're hoping to prune them back. The electricity company might even prune them for us, because they are encroaching on the electricity lines. And then we'll put another panel in and a post up to the boundary, which is the other side of that fence. But we're going to put it on our boundary, and they can argue the toss at a later date. So that's it for now, and we'll see you on the next one, which will be tomorrow.